Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. In this game, you'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Toronto Raptors. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, almost all of the Greek Freak's points come in the paint. Giannis said, I can already do a lot of damage, basically without a jump shot. Just driving, making plays, and free throws. When that jump shot comes, it's going to be a problem for a lot of players in this league. Kevin?
You're right, D.A. It'll be scary. Thanks. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Toronto. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, Milwaukee, a game behind.
And I think for Toronto, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Van Vliet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. And it's Gasol in at the 5. And for Milwaukee, Middleton teams up with Giannis, the lengthy wing pair. Ilyasova at the 4 with Lopez at the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. Now the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Lopez right side. Kicks it to Ilyasova. 4 on the clock. Gasol with the rebound. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Now here's Bledsoe. Covered by Van Vliet. No good from Bledsoe. Van Vliet looking around. It's thrown by to Tacumbo. Here's Middleton. The 10-footer finds the target.
Middleton is simply a very versatile and dangerous offensive player. He's clever at using the pull-up jumper in the right spots to balance out his shot-making repertoire.
Wasted no time on that one. Lowry's got his second basket of the night.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Giannis outside. Pass to Bledsoe. Makes it off the glass.
And you know what? I like the tough-mindedness of Bledsoe. I mean, it's never easy trying to keep him under control, especially when he's driving the ball.
So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Magic. Lowry against Middleton. With a floater. Rebound, Milwaukee. Bledsoe outside. And there's the pass to Ilyasova. Now Lowry. A 20-point game for him in the win against Detroit.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Now, here's Siakam. It's hauled in by Giannis.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Middleton. 14 points from him the last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Now here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by Kyle Lowry. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Outside Gasol. Back to Van Vliet. Outside for Lowry. Three-pointer. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. They get the rebound. Trying to get open is Lopez. Ilyasova hits the bucket.
Boy, I like the heart that Ilyasova displays when he's playing. Just terrific. Love watching him mix it up on the glass with those long arms of his.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often. And checking out the stats for Lopez, how he did last season. He was around 12 points per game last year, just over 2 blocks and 5 rebounds. And he's such a big presence for them on the inside.
Yeah, whether it's sending shots back airmail or cleaning the glass, he's the total package.
Now here's Bledsoe, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Antetokounmpo.
Lopez not to be denied. Nice strong finish there.
Raptors trail by 5. Now here's Van Vliet. He's coming off a 19-point game against Detroit.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
Bledsoe passes to Middleton. Over Lowry. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
For Toronto, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Ilyasova can't hit.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jumper.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
There's Giannis after the Raptors pick up 2. Lays it up off the glass.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Outside Lowry. Siakam outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
And he makes the first. Good on both. Well, Clark, no doubt you've been through this many times. The regular season is a grind. I think you said that before. Do the veteran players need to teach the young guys how to handle that schedule?
I clearly think, Kevin, that the veterans can be helpful, but there's nothing like firsthand experience, and you really have to experience the length and the grueling nature of the season to understand how you best can weather the schedule, but veterans certainly can be helpful.
Is there a rookie wall, Clark? Is that true?
Yeah, I think there is one. Clearly, I hit it, and most rookies that I've talked to during my time and beyond find a period in that season when they bump into that wall.
Raptors trail by 6, and the Raptors call time here. 2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Great talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line, but I like his potential as a two-way player.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Raptors. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Fourth, Brook Lopez.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Now, here's Siakam. A 17-point game for him in the win against Detroit.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Right through the D for the layup.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Bucks leading by 4. Passes it to Middleton. Back to Bledsoe. Unloads. Middleton can't get it to go.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Lowry. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Doesn't go for him. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. Well, last season, Chris Middleton was asked Clark to change his game, and even though it took some adjusting, the results were there.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's not easy for a guy of Middleton's ability. Early in the year, Coach Bud asked him to take on less for the good of the team. That meant less post-ups for Middleton, less shot creation from him, and the numbers for Middleton went down, but the success of the team took a big bounce forward.
And that one falls for Middleton.
And last year, Chris Middleton, not quite as dead-eye as he has been in the past. Still a solid shooter from all ranges.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Matthews comes in for Ilyasova. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And for Middleton, Greg, you don't need all the volume out there from him. You just need the efficiency.
And Middleton has always been an efficient player. Great to have on a team as a second or third option.
Now here is Hill. Following the miss by Pascal Siakam. And Matthews gets it to go.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
And the Raptors miss again.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They trail by 11. Back to Payne. Over Hill. Payne can't hit.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Giannis against Siakam. Right side, Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. Here's Korver. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. And the Bucks lead by 13.
displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. The kick out to Hill, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
And let's take a look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's numbers. Great showing for him last season. How about 27 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists? And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Payne.
And you can see they're struggling from the field.
But still early. I mean, they've just got to trust their offense and work to get stops.
And just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Wallace Jefferson can't hit.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
Matthews dishes to Hill. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Johnson.
Tell you what, George Hill is one of my favorite players to watch. A veteran point guard. He's bounced around a bit the last few seasons, but he gives you leadership, toughness, a cool demeanor, and he's one of the smartest players I've ever been around. Brings value to every team that he plays on.
And the first one drops. And with Hill, as you said, Clark, he's a perfect fit as a second unit leader.
Yeah, I love the fact that George Hill really gives you everything you need in the backcourt. He's an excellent defender, makes really good decisions, can score the ball when you need him to. He's ideal to come off the bench because he packed a lot of production into short playing stints.
Both free throws good from Hill.
And in my opinion, Hill is simply one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. While he's not that tall, he's got exceedingly long arms, and he does a great job using that length to dissuade passes and to challenge shots.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Payne. Following the basket by George Hill. Pass to Ibaka. Over Lopez. Ibaka, no luck. Milwaukee leading by 17. Here's Giannis. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 9 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Here's Payne. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Looking to end the run. Excellent D there from Hill.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And the fun-loving personality Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
That's good from Lopez.
Well, you know, the Bucks can be a real force on defense. We're the top-rated defense last season in the league, and #1 in rebounding and challenging shooters as well.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
Boy, I love that attack mentality. Get in there and force the official to make a call.
Now here's Powell. He had 16 points in the win against Detroit.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
The Raptors shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
And that one misses.
Well, you talk about defensive potential, all defense potential. Look no further than Rondé Hollis-Jefferson.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Payne. He's guarded by Hill. Here's Hollis-Jefferson. Good D by Matthews. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, you know, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense on every possession.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Bucks here, they've been putting a show on, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
They've got Antetokounmpo. Kyle Korver is out there with Hill. And it's Matthews, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. So it's the Bucks now. The Raptors getting the bucket. Pass to Korver. Beyond the arc. And again, the Bucks miss. Raptors trail by 17. Payne passes to Ibaka. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And the lean frame of Ibaka taking the punishment but still converting the basket. Toughness.
And the pass to Matthews. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Back to Matthews. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Go ahead and get it, youngster. Hollis-Jefferson showing off the springs.
Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against the Detroit Pistons. Here's Antetokounmpo. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Magic in Orlando. It's back to Hill. It's over Payne, and it's Hill. That time the assist by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 5 assists tonight.
You know, in just his first season with Milwaukee, a huge success for Coach Budenholzer. I mean, came in and led the team to the top seed in the East, gave the franchise a huge boost, and I think they found their leader for the next several years.
And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That's his first foul. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. And the Raptors also making a change. Anunoby's checked in. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Lopez kicks to Hill. And again, the Bucks miss. Clark for the Bucks. The players said Budenholzer instilled a sense of confidence in the team.
And you know what? Sometimes you have a coaching change, and that injection of a different type of approach and a change in culture can make a big difference. Coach Budenholzer has always shown the ability to get the most out of his roster, and shows you what a difference a coach can make.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Back to Payne. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
Free throw good. Giannis. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds, but that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
Now here is Lowry. He has 5. And here's Middleton. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Rejected by Gasol.
You really got to admire the reach of Gasol. He's excellent at utilizing those long arms of his to turn away shots.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
To the wing right side. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. Giannis on the follow. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Van Vliet finds Lowry. High arcing shot. That one doesn't go. Good D by Lopez. Here's Connaughton. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Lowry. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And the Raptors also making a change. Siakam's checked in. Now here's Van Vliet. Here's Gasol trying to end the drought. Rebound, Milwaukee. Middleton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Dishes to Ilyasova. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. From deep three-point range, and it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Kept alive, hangs in the air, and Lowry with a nice bucket inside. Lowry's got 7 points.
Kevin, that's a nice display of patience inside from Lowry. Didn't rush his shot, takes his time, and really does a nice job sinking these high percentage looks.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Out left to the wing. Lowry has the open look. Buries the long-range jumper. 10 points for him.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Now here's Bledsoe, covered by Van Vliet. Bledsoe against Siakam. Bledsoe dishes to Ilyasova.
The Bucks, a team that will attack you from deep. The team is chock full of shooters.
Yeah, and you know, they shot the second most threes in the league last year, and that approach makes an awful lot of sense when you consider how good Giannis is driving the ball down the throat of the defense. He draws so much attention. Having shooters around him is the right way to go.
The first free throw is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
And both free throws good for Ilyasova.
Well, you think about Ilyasova's lethal jump shot. It makes him a valuable player because he can stretch the floor.
Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Bledsoe. Here's Siakam. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Middleton.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Anunoby kicks to Van Vliet. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Bucks leading by 15. Middleton looking it over. Middleton on the wing. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Middleton's so good under pressure. He's always composed and under control.
Stolen by Middleton. Here's Connaughton, covered by Siakam. Scooped up. Ilyasova passes to Connaughton. And another shot for the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too. Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
Yeah, you'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
Middleton hits them both.
And Middleton, the former second-round pick now, has put a lot of work in on his game. I mean, a ton of work. Really carving out a nice spot in the league as a result of his hard work.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. But they recover it. Lowry dishes to Gasol. The shot, no good. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Connaughton kicks to Ilyasova. Bledsoe outside. And he converts the layup. Bledsoe's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Outside Gasol. Back to Van Vliet. Outside for Gasol. And again, no good by Toronto. Milwaukee leading by 21. Here's Connaughton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Ilyasova passes to Middleton. Here's Siakam. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 6 points for Siakam.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
No good from Bledsoe.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 10. Anunoby kicks to Siakam. Here's Van Vliet. No good on the triple.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
And the Bucks making a change here. Matthews is checked in. And then for Toronto, Serge Ibaka. He's checked in for Gasol. And it's Johnson in for Anunoby. Matthews against Lowry. Out to Ibaka. Launches a 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his 6th rebound on the night. Bledsoe right side. He feeds it to Middleton. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Middleton's got 6 in the quarter.
Versatility in an offensive player always appealing to me. And Chris Middleton is one of those guys who's got great versatility.
Now here's Van Vliet. He has 5. Pass to Johnson. From 10 feet out. Another shot. Nice touch on the bank shot.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. 34 seconds left in the first half of the game. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. Lowry with the ball. He's got 10. Siakam, good.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Milwaukee leading by 17. Middleton the pass to Lopez. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
Powell, no one around him, and he overshot that one, missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And so it's Milwaukee. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Kyle, impressive first half. You guys seemed in control. I figure you're pleased with the team's performance so far.
Yeah, I thought we let up some in the second quarter, though. We got to keep on playing our game, keep on trusting the system, and we're getting great shots. Got to keep it up.
Kyle, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it?
Miss you.
Yeah.
So big.
A nice show being put on tonight by Chris Middleton. He had 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 steal. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Incredible shooting display by Chris Middleton. Facing up, back to the basket, doesn't matter. Even when the defender's there, his length and timing allows him to get off that shot.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Chris Middleton has really been making it happen, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So the Raptors 5 right now. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Van Vliet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. And it's Gasol in at the center. Lopez, no luck. Raptors trail by 15.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch five. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
And Lopez bold enough to give himself a nickname.
Yeah, well, what was it? Splash Mountain or something like that? I guess he's earned it with the work he's put in on his outside shooting. More and more centers these days shooting the 3-ball.
One shot.
We have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game, but in your mind, who's the best to have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently, or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, a former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative do-it-all type forwards. Jerry West and Dwayne Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23, and he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. He kicks to Ilyasova. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Hey, I've always said rebounding is timing and tenacity, but if you got long arms, that helps too, and the Greek Freak has plenty of reach.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Lowry against Middleton. The shot missing, and Milwaukee will come the other way. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Drills it from outside. Antetokounmpo's got 18 points in the game.
And, you know, you see the touch from deep. Antetokounmpo, now he just needs to make it a more consistent part of his game.
And yes, it's good. Now Bledsoe. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The shot, no good. Gasol with the defensive effort. Here's Anunoby. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 13 rebounds in the game. Leading. Over to the wing. Here's Bledsoe. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Now here's Bledsoe. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, while Eric Bledsoe isn't a 20-point per game scorer like he was in Phoenix, you could argue that he's a more effective player since coming to Milwaukee. His efficiency is at a career high level.
Shoot 2.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. And for Bledsoe and the Bucks, he's been a great fit, Clark, as a third option on the team.
Yeah, I agree, guys, because it really comes down to recognizing the right spot and right role for you with your team. And Bledsoe himself recognizes that. He says he's the happiest he's ever been since coming to Milwaukee.
And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Lowry. Left side Gasol. And Lopez with the block.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Middleton can't get it to go. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his third foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Outside Gasol. Back to Lowry. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lowry's got 16.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend it.
Now here's Bledsoe. 5 points in the game. The kick out to Lopez. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 5th assist in this one.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. Outside for Gasol. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used this contribution.
What a play there. The hoop
plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Milwaukee.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 8. Pass to Giannis. Middleton on the wing. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th assist on the night. Now, here's Siakam. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the amount of space Antetokounmpo covers is really breathtaking. You got to see it to believe it. I mean, he erases shots that you think he has no chance to get to.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Floats it up there for Siakam. The shot's good from Gasol. Gasol's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Now here's Bledsoe. Middleton for 3. That's tipped, and so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last.
And here's a look at numbers for Pascal Siakam, coming off a terrific season. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists.
And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Now Gasol, after Chris Middleton missed from long range. Back to Gasol. And it's sent back by Lopez. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. A different look for Milwaukee. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Matthews comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. The Raptors also changing it up. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. Norman Powell comes in for Kyle Lowry. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And the Raptors with the ball from deep 3-point range. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Lopez passes to Hill. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Powell. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
Toronto shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Bucks. The free throw drops for Powell. Here's Hill. 8 points for him. Now the feed to Lopez. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Lopez. Johnson, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. Hollis Jefferson, good.
One of the things you love about Hollis Jefferson is his activity. I mean, he impacts the game really without having plays called for him.
Now the pass to Lopez. It's back to Hill. Feeds it to Korver. And the layup's good off the glass. Korver's got 6.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Now here's Johnson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Hill kicks to Korver. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Hill. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Both free throws good from Hill. Raptors trail by 20. Siakam passes to Ibaka. Passes to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Payne. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Milwaukee's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 20 points.
Tremendous anticipation from Antetokounmpo, sensing some separation as that pass was coming, and then simply rising up and knocking down the jumper.
Now here's Payne. Siakam inside. Antetokounmpo defending. 5 to shoot. Hollis Jefferson. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And that is a shot that Hollis Jefferson continues to improve upon over time, and that's a good sign of things to come.
Siakam against Antetokounmpo. The 3 from Korver. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Now here's Payne. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Bucks leading by 23. Hill deciding where to go with it. Outside Matthews. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Milwaukee's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And it's blocked by Ibaka. 13 feet away. They get it again.
Yeah, loitering above the rim. Hollis Jefferson with athleticism to burn.
And Milwaukee has possession. 1:12 left in the third quarter. Outside Korver. Shoots over Powell. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Shooting percentages, Clark, were down for Rondé Hollis Jefferson last season.
Yeah, you know, many thought he was a sleeper back in 2015 when he was drafted, and I felt the same way. He's an excellent defender, can defend multiple positions. If he's going to prove the people right who thought he was a sleeper, I think the offensive end of the floor is where he's got to make some progress.
And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now here's Giannis. He's got 20. And stolen by Siakam. Goes up, and the dunk by Powell.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
The rebound by Ibaka. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Trailing by 17. They host the Kings after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got Kyle Korver, Antetokounmpo out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's George Hill, and it's Matthews in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Steps back and fires. And the shot is long.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him, trying to shut the door on this one.
Powell. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 16th rebound on the night. Down low and stolen by Siakam. Pass to Payne. To the middle. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
He is out there for his defense. But as quiet as it's kept, Hollis Jefferson making an impact with his scoring, too.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for George Hill. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Bucks leading by 12. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Some changes for Toronto. Gasol comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Anunoby subbed in for Hollis Jefferson. Ilyasova passes to Lopez. Banked in off the glass.
And amidst the tall timber, he's right at home. Extremely comfortable. Lopez getting it done.
Pass to Gasol. Back to VanVleet. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Comes up empty down low. Raptors trail by 12. Here's Anunoby, and it's sent back by Lopez. And he recovers it. And a wide open look for Siakam. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Matthews dishes to Ilyasova. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Anunoby, guarded by Bledsoe, and the shot will not go from Anunoby. Ilyasova finds Korver, uses the glass to finish the layup, and the Bucks lead by 14.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Lowry against Matthews. Milwaukee with the rebound. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long 3.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
Yeah, you know, Wesley Matthews has made himself an efficient scorer who also has gained a reputation as a good defender.
And he's good on the second. Raptors trail by 15. Lowry from outside. Eric Bledsoe with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the paint, here's Ilyasova. The shot comes out, and it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And there's the foul that goes on Ilyasova. That is his first foul of the game. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Lowry kicks to Gasol. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. That's 7 points for Marc Gasol.
Man, you've really got to appreciate the versatility of Gasol. I mean, he's a big man with range. I love seeing him square up from deep.
Here's Bledsoe, and the Bucks miss again. Raptors trail by 12. Toronto working the ball around now. Lowry from outside. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Matthews, no good.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Anunoby's got his first basket of the night.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
The pass to Corver. Bledsoe looking it over. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Bledsoe. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
And you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Over Lopez. Gasol no good. Bucks leading by 12. And it's Middleton penetrating, and he gets the bucket. Middleton's got 22.
And the quickness of Middleton on the drive is really remarkable. I mean, he gets to the bucket so fast.
Toronto's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Three-pointer, Lowry. The rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got rebound number 13 with that last one. And there's the feed to Middleton. Good D by Siakam. Raptors trail by 14. Stolen by Bledsoe. Up the floor. And it's blocked. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Toronto's shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Floats it up there for Siakam. And stolen by Ilyasova.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
And again, the Bucks miss. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Gasol passes to Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. Ball's knocked loose. Rebounded by the Bucks.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings. And then on Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And the first one drops. Giannis, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Middleton hits them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
And the Raptors call time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's got to be thrilled with how well he shot the ball, Kevin. Good on almost 60% of his shots. That's what I call an efficient performance. And a team loves having someone that dependable they can rely on.
Taking on the defending champs always adds a little extra meaning to the game. And with the way he's gotten after it tonight, it was clear this one meant a lot to him. Passes it to Gasol. Here's Van Vliet. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And, you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Middleton against Lowry, trying to get something going. Great D that time from Middleton.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
No good from Bledsoe.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Giannis against Siakam. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Bledsoe kicks to Ilyasova. Here's Lopez from outside off the mark. Raptors trail by 16. Pass to Lowry. No one near him. Good as the jump shot falls. Lowry's got 9 points here in the second half. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. The kick out to Lopez. Over Siakam. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got assist number 8 here in this one already. And here is Siakam. Good D by Lopez.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Raptors trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. Siakam kicks to Anunoby. Left side Gasol. Clock at 4. Lopez with the block. They shoot again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And you know, by now, I don't think there's much question. Mark and his brother Powell are the best 1-2 brother punch in NBA history. How about over 30,000 points combined?
Gasol drops 2. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
Giannis kicks to Ilyasova. They get it back. Antetokounmpo. Ripped away. Here's Siakam. Pass to Anunoby. Looking to end his cold spell, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Bucks leading by 14. Middleton outside. Lopez outside. No good with the triple. Toronto's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. All alone. He can't get it to go. The Bucks go the other way with it. Giannis dishes to Middleton and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
You know, even when the defense is good and really active and aggressive on Middleton, it doesn't faze him. He's a real pro, and he's good at knocking down jump shots.
Count it.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Milwaukee has gone ice cold from 3-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. The pass to Ilyasova. Back to Middleton. To the right side. Ilyasova down low. While recovering. Here's Lopez. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. Raptors trail by 14. With the fadeaway. Anunoby, no good.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And they double up Giannis. The wide open look here for Lopez, and the baseline jumper no good.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Bucks.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
You know, an athletic and strong player at his position is Bledsoe, and he's a confident guy who I think makes an impact at both ends of the floor.
Now here's Payne. He's guarded closely. Here's Thomas. Offensive rebound. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Brooke, congrats on the win. The bench was huge tonight. How big were they?
You know, we have such a great starting unit, and I think our second unit gets overlooked a lot. You know, they come in, I honestly think they're better than a lot of the first units in the league.
Well, you all helped win the game tonight, Brooke. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.